Be the biggest series for the new generation of OpTic that they have seen yet. Is right into this game 4 versus Atlanta Faze. Back to the hotel we go. It's our second night. We'll see who's checking out first. Hook. Okay, not the greatest start, Jeff. Get ready to say something good about it.
And not the greatest start right there. Sip just catches him slipping. Finds that first kill, but at least OpTic are doing a great job starting off on the better side, getting as much time as they possibly can off of this P1. Trades are bound, going back and forth. Dashy just being the turret, holding down the middle of the map. Great shots onto Slasher, a little bit of team shots coming in from Illy. But so far, this has been great time from OpTic, and they were able to flip those spawns over to P2, where Atlanta Faze, that's the hill they struggle with on this map.
Yeah, well, that's something absolutely that I could say that's great about Hook in this moment. He instantly goes off of that death, doesn't try to get back in the fight. No, he plays directly for spawns. Granted, Atlanta Faze are going to know that he's here, but the reason why they know is because of where they spawned up, given his positioning. So a big moment in this game. Somebody who was 0-1 in engagements, but is absolutely having an impact on where all of these other 7 arrows happen to be. OpTic currently with that time. And as Zook has finally earned that dead silence, he's going to have to put it to good use. Oh. Able to at least find one, but Atlanta Faze, strong and aggressive, quickly makes their way to the backside of the building. Oh. Slasher goes low, cuts away 2. Dashy, now the sole man trying to stay alive. He at least cuts away 1. OpTic still with close spawns for now.
OpTic still with the close spawns. The Sip finds 3 to relieve some of that pressure. Ooh. So now, trades are going back and forth. There's only 20 seconds remaining on this P2. OpTic do a great job of just not allowing Atlanta Faze to get a majority of the good time off of this one. Now off the rotation, Abizi wins the first fight onto Illy, wins the second onto Dashy, and that's going to be Atlanta Faze winning the rotation over towards Kitchen.
And this is what we talk about so often, Jay, with this team. I mean, even since the very formation of Atlanta Faze has all been about the rotations. They do a good job off the start, but OpTic are here in spades. It's the SMG duo as Shotzi has awoken. 8-3 as he eventually hits the dust. He has left his teammates with more than enough map positioning to run on in. Atlanta looked great. Abizi found 2 to start, but OpTic are here, and they are starting to fry. Now it's on to Hook as he eventually drops a few of these poke-away kills, still favoring Atlanta. 30 seconds still to fight for, and they reclaim what was previously theirs.
Big time right there from Atlanta to find that break, because it looked like OpTic Texas we're going to start to give themselves a nice little comfortable lead going into this P4. Now, Abizi finds 2 off the rotation, but it's still Illy with the big one-on-one versus Simp to secure the spawns for OpTic Texas. You're all the way pushed out towards bedroom. Now you have Illy who's watching that overextension through Jules. Big gun fights to not flip these spawns. He has to win here, but unfortunately cannot win the first one onto Abizi.
What? How in the world did Shotzi just win that fight? I mean, it doesn't end up actually affecting the spawns too much, but that guy had to be one shot and then some. Shotzi now at 10-5. As we'll definitely have to take a look at a replay of that one. It's a full-on headbutt toward the bar. Classic COD events. He goes straight to the bar. After some matchups, why not in the middle of one? Atlanta early on in this duel. We're going to see Celium walking away with an early double. Illy trying to have a bit of a presence toward that side as he's able to cut away 1. Eventually does get dropped. Still a very, very big fight going down, that of which Atlanta has favorable spawns for, and they've got favorable man count for as well.
Yeah, the remaining time on this P4 is all going to go in favor of Atlanta Faze. Now push them up by almost 50 points. Off the rotation, though, it's going to be OpTic Texas. You need a response right here. You need to win a couple gunfights. Abizi finds 1 onto Shotzi. They're not setting up for the pinches. OpTic Texas still had the spawn towards the back end. But Atlanta Faze, they're just playing it patient. You see it on the mini-map. Celium's just waiting for his teammates to get close enough before they try to break in.
It's a nice little dance move that we're seeing there from Dashy. He's getting down between the pews here at the restaurant. Now he's gonna have to put that gun up, put it to good use. Hook falls. Now it's on to Dashy. Quick 1v1. Him versus Slasher, and Dashy is able to take it. However, Atlanta, with those close spawns, Jay, they knock right back on the door. Atlanta here, it has been constant team fight in utter chaos so far here on Hotel Hardpoint. Let's step away for a moment and go for a listen with Atlanta Faze.
OpTic.
Still doubles. I have a glide to break this, just in case. Respawning. Take a shit. Yeah, I got a spawn. Okay. Main, watch out.
It could be backdoor color.
Watch out main, and we're still gonna catch. Yeah, one guy's back.
One guy's on mid.
I can't catch.
Don't like couches and some shit.
Yeah, 2 attack catch. 2 attack catch, watch in the back.
Yo, one in the back. Yo,
Just one shot.
no, another one in the back. In catch.
Looking backdoor catch. Hold up. It could be
Yo,
side
I
or
spawned
kitchen.
mid.
Side or-
I don't see him.
Do we have
In the
any
back
time?
mid.
Shit, I'm new.
Okay.
Yo, one guy's going up mid.
I have all kitchen.
They're both kitchen?
Drug.
I have all kitchen. I have all
I'm
kitchen.
playing
Yeah,
a little bad. I'm
front
playing a
of me.
little bad.
I hear him zig. I needed it.
Could be low.
We're low.
I
Mid.
have low.
They're gonna try
We're
to
low. No dead.
Yo,
No dead.
what's in the kitchen now? Where's he
I'm
going?
outside there. Back kitchen, Tyler.
Back kitchen.
Yo, on me.
You sit down.
I'm saying,
agree.
I stand there, Burn.
Top left, dead.
Nice.
I'm
Come on.
out bottom bed.
They're bottom
Are
bed.
you?
Okay,
I'm
bottom
outside there.
bed.
I'm outside there. Yeah, he's
Where's
top
top
second,
left?
get Burn.
Top bed around. Top bed to BZ. He's in the charge. Big door. Top bed. On the big door.
Watch out.
Last.
Right corner, absolute.
I
Give him more weak dead. Last guy. Good shit.
When is Thunder? He's in
Right
the
here.
door.
Take your time, yo.
There's
Just one
one
back kitchen.
There's
Yo, try and stay down on that shit.
Yeah, sit down. Literally sit down.
Yo, someone should pick up right.
Back
We're
door
right.
kitchen.
Go
Back door
there.
kitchen.
One guy,
Yeah.
couches. We're good.
I'm gonna go right. You guys good. Left open.
Yeah, picture now.
Give me red.
Close on me, Dad.
Red.
I spawn here.
Wrap
Yo,
next
they're
to
getting
me.
to your left. One guy was couches.
Okay, spawn me.
When do you guys pick up a people?
He's in the middle of time, Dad.
That's not Atlanta Faze. That's OpTic, Texas. The red and the green, it switch around from time to time. But no, in general, good listener there with OpTic, Texas overall. The only problem is that they still find themselves down when it comes down to the score. However, they do have that streak that Shotzzy earned just a moment prior. Back into the spawns we go. Back into the new hard points that we go. Second side is up and flowing. Both teams looking for P2. Both teams looking for control. And right now it's OpTic, Texas who technically have it. Slasher, though, could be the thorn in their side.
Yeah, Slash is the guy that already makes his way in through single, finds that kill with the Vaznev in hand, picks out the TAC 56 and finds a second. Now the last player up is Hook. He's able to win that huge one-on-one versus Celium. So the final 20 seconds is going to go in favor of OpTic, Texas. Now we're going into a P2 where Atlanta Faze, they do struggle. Even when they're set up, they only have a 28% hold rate. And it needs to be different now if they want to take a comfortable lead in this one.
Gonna have to be a break. Shotzzy could be the man to do it. However, he's a little bit low when it comes down to teammates. Hook as well ends up dropping. Shotzzy still in the back line. He's able to come away with two. How in the world does he come away with two? They line up for a moment as Dashy's able to find the third. Abizi, the sole man alive as he's being sought after, stunned and dazed. Abizi has to back on up as OpTic, Texas break exactly when they have to and are about to have a lead change.
OpTic are about to take the lead. They find the break on the P2, and there it is. OpTic now in control of this hard point. All they have to do is hold strong for the remaining 25, and they can give themselves a comfortable lead. And when Shotzzy is finding kills the way that he has, almost finds the third onto Celia, but Atlanta Faze, they get the break with about 20 seconds remaining. So the lead's going to go right back in their favor. Now it's all about this rotation. We saw OpTic, Texas. They didn't win it the first time around. They got it off the break. But now they're going to be fully set up. But two players are going to spawn out. So Atlanta Faze have the numbers.
Atlanta Faze, the current 3 versus 2. Hook and Shotzzy got to go big. The SMGs have got to make the play. Oh, Hook tells him to get. Oh, Hook for all 3. One more knocking on the kitchen is going to be Zip. Oh, but he comes away with 2 of his own. Oh, my word. Everybody is firing today. Where has Zip gone? And how is he alive? Another 1v1. Dashy's able to take away 1 on the 5 spree as Atlanta eventually do get sniffed out toward the backside of the spawn. But we've got multiple players on heaters right now as it's another chaotic fight. Everybody using the pots, the pans, everything they can to stay alive. But Shotzzy once more, as the dust settles, is alive after a team fight. 10 seconds still to fight for a kitchen, but now to the bar we go. Atlanta with scrap, and now it's Atlanta versus OpTic. Another headbutt over toward new.
We're going to the new hard point. OpTic do have the preferred side, but they're not winning a key gunfights. Slasher finds 2 on every single player from OpTic spawning out towards back spa. They find the kill. Hook the nuke once again making another play. Just try to finesse as long as you can. These trades have been abound the entire time in this hard point, but that's going to be 3 dead for Atlanta Faze. They got on from the front, 192 to 202.
This has just been absolutely chaotic, my friend, throughout the entirety of this hard point.
Oh.
Just constant engagements everywhere you look, but it's another break. OpTic, this is great time for them, Jake, considering the small lead that they have. That grows it exponentially, as they're going to be at a very healthy scoreline as we rotate toward next. And that is going to be in a favorable position for Atlanta Faze. OpTic get the late break. That time belongs to them. And as per usual, when it comes down to Hotel J, a restaurant is where this game could be decided.
Oh, restaurant is where it's gonna be.
Oh!
Abizi unfortunately gets taken down by the Crews. Now you can put pressure on through Shandy's side. Elite finds a second kill. Now you have the advantage in the trades. You just have to put on the aggression. Slasher at least lines up the first. They try to flood in through Jules. Trades are about. They're going back and forth. Sip finds two. Atlanta Faze still holding on.
And Dashy's able to poke away at one. Simp and Atlanta Faze, they know they're hiding over toward the carpet side. Simp again, continuing to as that's gonna be three. That's gonna be three. Simp eventually wipes away another. And OpTic, now we're gonna have to watch that lead begin to fall. A quick lead change that now favors Atlanta Faze. That tick is gonna be incredibly close. It's gonna have to be a contest for a moment. Shotzi jumps in. Dashy is able to take away two, as now he's inside of the hard point. Celium will be awarded the scrap, but Atlanta cannot win there.
Oh, it's going to be all about this rotation. Who can win the fights? It was Illy who got a good spawn towards back kitchen. He was there first. But it's going to be all about the spawning in towards the back. They need 20 seconds to force game 5. They're finding all the kills. All you have to do is hold on to one more push.
But here comes the streak. Here comes the streak. Can this break open the setup? Here from OpTic, Texas.
That's 3 down.
Shotzi falls. That's 3 down. Oh, Simps winning the fights on the other side of the map. OpTic spawning out. Celium away.
Gotta go.
A few more points. A few more points. Atlanta, they just need a body. They just need a body, but everybody falls. OpTic jumps in, Jay.
They get in. They get in. OpTic need 5 seconds. Celium has to go.
Celium, he's got a dolphin dive slasher here. Here come the fights. And OpTic Texas take it. And a photo finish at the end. Oh my God. Let's watch it again. What a crazy and chaotic hardpoint that ends out in just the most minute of details, Jay.
OpTic, they had the spawns towards back kitchen. Illy finds 2. Shotzi finds the 3rd. That's going to be 3 down. And then the only player close enough is going to be Celium. All of Atlanta Faze are spawning out towards spa, towards double deaths. They're just sprinting. They're going. They're trying to go, go, go. But OpTic had more bodies in that position to clutch up 250 to 248 in that hard point to now force a game 5. And look at the performance from Dashy, Batman, Mr. Bruce, 41 and 23, 39 traded kills